Hey everyone, welcome to the 5th episode of Chuck's Keto Kitchen. Today we're making the classic Victoria sponge cake. This is a very low carb and gluten free, absolutely perfect. Okay, so let's look at the ingredients. We need some almond flour, some protein powder, sweetener, eggs, almond milk, butter, powdered sweetener, whipping cream. For the filling we need some jam, we also need some baking powder and some almond essence. Okay, let's get the oven heated up to 160 or 165 degrees and then prepare our dry ingredients. So 3 cups of almond flour weighed out into a bowl. We also need to add in 1/3 cup of protein powder, 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Whisk all these ingredients together so they're nicely mixed. Okay, then I'm going to weigh out the butter. So we need 1/2 cup of butter, which should be softened. Drop that into a large bowl and then add in the sweetener. You need 3/4 cup of sweetener, and then those 2 ingredients need whisking together. Much easier using an electric whisk. And the butter should go like a light and fluffy colour. Once the butter and sweetener is all mixed together, we need to add the eggs. Now we've got 3 eggs to add in. Add 1 at a time and mix them in until they're well combined. Last egg, final mix. Make sure that's well combined. And then add in a little vanilla extract. Now we're going to add in the dry ingredients, so add in half the dry ingredients and combine it well. We need to add in some almond milk, so 1/2 cup of almond milk. Whisk that into the mix. And then add the remaining dry ingredients and combine it together. Get on the electric whisk just to make sure it's well combined. Once completed, we need our cake tins. You need to grease these up, bit of greaseproof paper, bit of butter. And then equally divide the batter between the 2 tins. I like to smooth off the batter in the tins with the spatula just to enable it to rise evenly. And once that's ready, put them in the oven. Get them on the same tray if you can, on the same shelf. And about 18 to 20 minutes in the oven or until golden brown. Right, whilst that's baking, let's get on with the filling. So let's use some whipping cream. We need to whip up some whipping cream. If you can't have dairy, you can use coconut cream. So 1 1/4 cups of whipping cream into the bowl. Add some powdered sweetener, approximately 2 tablespoons. And then get back on the electric whisk and whisk them until the ingredients are nice and thick. There should be stiff peaks to the cream. Don't forget about the sponges. So out they come from the oven. You need to let them cool in their tins for about 10 minutes. Once they've cooled, you can get a cooling rack out, turn them upside down, remove the tins and let them cool. So there's the first one. Here comes the second one. Oh no, it doesn't, it's stuck in the tin. Good work. Okay, so just free off the edges with a knife. Don't panic, it should just drop out. And there it is. So let them cool. Whilst they're cooling, you can make up a jam mix. I just use some fresh raspberries, a little bit of water, break them down in a pan, some gentle heat. You can add chia seeds to that and a bit of natural sweetener. Once that's done, you can then spread it over one of the sponges, like so. And working on your other sponge, add your whipped cream, coconut cream or whatever you're going to use. One final whisk and then add that to the sponge. Get a nice even spread. Place the sponge layers together. And then the final part is to sprinkle some powdered sweetener over the top of the cake. And there it is. Perfect. Light and spongy. You would never know that it is low carb and no sugar. Okay guys, well thank you very much for watching. Please follow us on Instagram at Chuck's Keto Kitchen and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much.